Hi there, I'm Shavik, and today's topic is how to perform a team's health check during retrospective. Okay, so team's health check is an approach which helps Scrum Masters and Agile coaches to, get an insight into a wide range of topics, maybe issues and concerns, which has a direct or indirect impact on employees' happiness and satisfaction, right? So it's like using team health checks. It provides an opportunity to get visibility on what's going on, or what's going on within the team at that moment of time, right? So we all know that fundamental unit of any successful project or any team is the people working on it, right? Everyone should agree to that. So team's level of well-being, involvement, happiness, satisfaction and mood have a greater impact on the project's outcome. Yeah, so that's why it is very important to understand the role that human emotions play in the team context. Yeah, so it is crucial that team members feel empowered to speak openly in a constructive fashion, and they must have a sense of psychological safety, right? So if the team is happy, the probability to deliver a successful product goes higher. Yeah. So team is able to meet deadlines, deliver quality products or services in the quickest time, and also come up with better solutions and ideas. So at the same time, if the team is unhappy, they may lead the project to failure without even knowing about it. So now the question is, how do you go about finding that out? And then making the right incremental improvements. Yeah. Normally organizations do it in two ways. So few of them does a team's health check once every quarter or maybe in a 6 months time. So sometimes they do it as part of their agile maturity assessment as well. So in this way, the team is given a set of questions based on different themes, and normally this activity is kind of a time consuming, and it is something that which we can't take up every sprint. Then there are a few of the organizations who does it every sprint as part of their team's retrospective. So but here they set aside a small amount of time to assess team's health. And normally the scoring part is kept simple and quick. And today maybe I am going to discuss more about the ways of checking team's health during the sprint retrospective. Yeah, so there are actually methods like Atlassian's team health monitor check, or Spotify squad health check, Nico Nico calendar, emotional seismograph, wheel of happiness, and so forth. So there are like many other techniques to choose from. Let me share how I do it with my team. So generally, I start the retrospective by asking team to think and give me a word that best describes the concluded sprint. So I let the team to silently think of a word, and then to share it with the rest of the group. Really hard to make everyone happy, but this quick exercise, it will help Scrum Master to understand if everybody is happy with their work, and what each team members feels about the teamwork, state of the project, and the other important items. So though the feelings are always subjective, that feelings are normal, always like subjective in nature, and it's hard to measure. But at least the method helps the Scrum Master and the whole team to measure themselves and visualize the result. Next up, I ask you few follow-up questions to each team member to get more insights. So questions like, what do you feel about our teamwork, or is it good, bad, or just okay? Did it get better or worse? Getting answers on such questions from team members help me able to see both a big picture of how team is feeling and more detailed areas like where they actually need the improvements. Another way on the similar line is to take separate scores of happiness on different areas like people, process, tools and technology, help they are getting from the leadership. So it is always good to keep the scale small, maybe between 1 to 5, so that the team should not overthink and worry much about precision. One key point here is Scrum Master should make sure that the team is open to talk and they do not hesitate to share their ideas. So all the team members must understand that each opinion is subjective and the scores may vary. And Scrum Master can use some icebreakers before doing the health checkup to make sure that the team opens up, right? And for newly formed teams, maybe Scrum Master can prefer to take anonymous scores from the team members, at least for the initial few sprints. So that also helps, to get the right kind of scores. Let me share another way to check the pulse of the team. So one very common way is Nico Nico board. So it is a very simple calendar with all the team where all the team members' names will be on it, and at the end of every day, each team member will share their mood of the day, sticking a smiley. Yeah, it can be happy, straight, frowning, or sad. Now, say if a team member is constantly down, and here the scrum master need to raise the issue and try to find a solution. Okay, so sometimes bringing up the bad result of a team health check, during the retro is the perfect opportunity to identify issues and discuss the potential solution. You can trust your team to know what they need to do to make them feel better, right? By the way, there can be a chance that the team is constantly in a great mood as well, right? So Scrum Master should make sure to bring this up as well, with the team, and it will help the team to understand the causes, and maybe in future also they can try to replicate the same. Yeah, and it can be also a great opportunity to celebrate the successes or the good news. Okay, so now let's quickly see what are the few benefits of doing this team health checkups, right? So, performing a regular team health checkups, it helps in increasing the trust and psychological safety within the team. It helps the team to have a better relationship, and promote a one team feeling. It also helps in creating a culture of constructive criticism and feedback. It helps in raising issues and fixing them quickly. Here, the team members will start, sharing their feelings more easily and frequently, and overall, the productivity of the team will grow, and it will lead team to become a high performing team. So before I end my video, one closing tip. Yeah. So be ready to explore ways to interact with team in a group setting. Try out different techniques to check team's health. Yeah, and as a scrum master, it's important for us to first get familiar with any technique that we're planning to use, understand what it can and what it cannot tell us, and maybe we can also make sure that we are transparent about it, right? If we really care about employees, what they think and what is most likely to make them satisfied or dissatisfied with their work, a regular team health checkup is the only way to give us the required visibility into this important and often neglected area. To summarize, at the end, we need to understand that happy employees are productive employees, right? So rather than just worrying about productivity, if we also keep our focus on keeping our teams happy, they will make our customers happy. Okay, with that, I'll close my video. Keep learning, keep growing. Cheers.
Hi all. Today's question is what is meant by team health checkup? So to answer this question, team health checkup is nothing but an assessment which is done in order to find whether our team is happy and satisfactory, whether they have the growth mindset, whether they are continuously improving. So in order to find out whether they are on the growth mindset, we can use the team health checkup. This particular monitor, why we are going to do why we are going to do that. So to answer that right, Agile says we have to do one continuous improvement. So to have a continuous improvement, we should do the team health checkup. There are different things that will make you to improve continuously. For example, a supportive environment, a honest environment, and then candid feedback. This all will allow you to, these all discussions within the team will allow us to have a continuous improvement. So for example, some people might be wondering, like if a product owner is a client, they might be a little bit hesitant to question them back if there are certain questions that has to be asked. So all these things, right, has to be discussed in the team health checkup. So when is the correct time? So the correct time will be in retrospective. In the retrospective, we can find out the team's health. So based upon that, we can able to find whether the team is happy, the teamwork is happening, whether team is continuously learning, continuously improving, whether the support is good, whether they could able to deliver the value happily. So in order to do everything right, the open discussion. So we have to, as a being a scrum master, we have to facilitate an honest environment. In order to make the team feel honest, the effective way to do that is by doing it anonymously. So if you do anonymously, people might open up. So there are certain points that might stopping them, but they might open up. So in general, the idea behind this is to find out whether our team is happy and satisfied. So the happiness and the continuous improvement are two different factors. We should not relate both to each other. Team should be happy and they feel little unsatisfied. That is where the continuous improvement will happen. So happiness index, we should not relate the happiness index with the continuous improvement.
Hi all, team health check. Team health check is one of the self-assessment agile process that can be used by any agile team which wanted to show improvement in their teamwork, which will help them in producing project outcomes in an incremental way. It is all about measuring the strength of the team, weakness, and some mixed reviews that we are receiving from the team members. Here there are many tools which can be used to measure the team health. One of such is Atlassian Team Health Monitor. Mostly this can be tracked using some of the icon smileys or color traffic symbols. It is there is no such standard way. It can be customized as per the person who is facilitating the team health check. So there are also some of the anti patterns, one of which is one main thing is we shouldn't use this team health check like comparing and use it as a competition between two different teams within the organization, because while we are getting more smileys or green signals or positive reviews from team A, and if it is low in team B, it doesn't mean that team A is performing in high level and team B is not performing well. Each and every team is unique with its own way, so there shouldn't be any comparison between the teams based on the health check results. We can focus on measuring the team health by some of the components such as ownership, by checking whether the team is taking ownership on dealing the issues, and if a product owner is dedicated product owner to the team, and values, team members are able to define value and measure it, and goal assignment, or maybe the fun part and the process that has been followed within the team and organization, and resources and support, and like code base health, and whatever it is, the components can be decided by the team. It can be customized as per the requirements of the team. So this can be used, and it will help the team to measure their health of the team. Here this can be done either with the team which is also distributed all over the world. It is not for the team who is sitting in the same office space. So this can be used to collect various feedbacks from different team members. So we should make sure there is enough space for the team members to open up and come up with their feedbacks, either it is positive or negative. So we have to encourage them to be transparent in discussing their issues, and also we have to help them to come up with new ideas to improve the team health process which you are conducting. So after having the team health check, we should collect and have an result of having an voting in a voting basis, or else we can have a analysis of the feedbacks we should be taking up high priority positive feedback, negative feedback, and also mixed reviews. So this should be communicated with the team, and we should make sure we are improving in each and every process we are conducting. So this should be not to be just as a event that we are conducting and we are just taking it for documentation. So we have to make sure that we are showing some improvements based on the discussions that are happening between the team.
Hello everyone. So today's question is, what is team health check? Why we do team health check, and when we can do the team health check. So first of all, what is team health check? In my perspective, the team health check is the self assessment of the team. Like the whole, we can check the happiness and the satisfaction of our team members. So basically, why we do team health check is by doing team health check, we can see the satisfaction employee satisfaction and happiness. So basically, we can do the happiness survey of the whole team by giving some questions, and the team will provide the rating on that questions. So the team health check can be done in sprint retrospective only, as the sprint retrospective is the event in which we check we work upon the processes, tools, and individual as well. So as per my understanding, we can do team health check in sprint retrospective through happiness survey. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Today's topic is what is team health and how you are going to measure that. Team health means how well your team is working together. The team's happiness, satisfaction, and mood can affect the end result of the product. Happy team can deliver successful product, meet the deadlines, and provide better solution if there is any problem or issue. Whereas unhappy team unconsciously lead to a project failure. That's why in many traditional way of working we have seen that we are getting the failure because of this thing, that we are not giving importance to this team health at all. But in Scrum, we are focusing on the team health as well. You can measure this team health in sprint retrospective. You can ask some question to your team member, like how happy they are while working in this team. Is it good or bad, or how it is going? It is getting better or getting worse. So by this way you can check the health. But before that, you have to make sure that people are actually open enough to share their thought, because this kind of face-to-face meeting, we have seen that people are little hesitant while sharing their thought. Or you can do one more thing. You can use some rating or voting thing. For that, you can choose some 5 to 10 most important item, or you can say dimension, and discuss with your team member that what all this dimension means, and then what could be the rating. It can be the number 1 to 10, or it can be a dot voting. Upon discuss or agreed upon the rating part, you can start the discussion. Or so if you use some green, yellow, red dot voting, then here greens defines the indicates that the team is quite happy while working together. There is no they do not require any improvement. Yellow means there are some problem within your team, and it requires some or you have, and also you have some better solution to overcome this. And red indicates that your team is not, your health is not okay, and it may affect your project outcome. Now let's discuss about what should be the 5 to 10 most important item or dimension Based on that, we are measuring the team health. First one is ownership. Team should have a clear ownership and dedicated PO who is accountable for team's result and champions the mission inside or outside of the team. Then second part is value. We can define, measure, and provide the value deliver the value we provide to the business or the user. Third one is the goal alignment. Everybody should understand why they are here, share the idea, support the idea and the belief they have, which takes to create the solution that add value. Fourth one is communication. We are having clear and consistent communication to ensure that issues are shared and conflict has been reduced. Also, if there is any improvement, we are working on it. Fifth one is velocity. We learn and implement a lesson leading to an incremental progress in iteration or production as we go. Sixth one is the support and the resources. Like we are equipped with right tools and resources and can easily access any support whenever we need within or outside of the team. Then team's roles and responsibility, that there should properly define roles and responsibility and everybody should understand their roles and responsibility inside the team. Then eighth point is the processes. We have aligned process and effective process, and it is not causing any unnecessary delay or blocks. We have metrics in place to measure the goal as well. The ninth one is the fun. Like we are having fun or actually happy while working. We are being challenged and develop our skill set or acquire the new one as we require. So in this way we are actually can define or actually can measure the team health. That's all from my side. Thank you.